What's up guys, DJ Darkbeat here, bringing you another blaster review video. Today we are going back outside my comfort zone and talking about something I don't know a lot about, but I enjoyed playing with the first one I got, and I told you there was more coming, so don't get mad at me. But today we're going to be talking about another gel blaster. Now this is the Nerf Pro GelFire version of the Jolt, I guess. It is a Jolt. It's a Gelfire Jolt, and I'm really kind of excited about this one because it was like $5 or $6, and it's claiming some hefty numbers on the box. So today we're going to be talking about the Nerf Pro GelFire Ignitor. This little guy is a Pro GelFire Jolt. Look at it. It's cute. It looks pretty awesome, and if it's getting what it claims, 150 feet per second, that's what it's claiming on the box, up to 150 feet per second. That is pretty good. It comes with eye protection, it has tack rails on it, and it has a little 60-round hopper. This is pretty cool. If this is like, if you're a GelFire player and you play gel ball or whatever, and you need a little backup, this seems like a pretty good option, something that you can keep on you. It's small, it doesn't take up much space, it has a little tiny hopper, and it's supposed to get some pretty good performance. So let's get it out of the box, see what we're working with, and go from there. Stick with me, guys. Alright guys, so the Nerf Pro GelFire Ignitor comes with 1,000 rounds. It's claiming up to 150 feet per second, 14 and up on the box. Again, 60-round capacity, tack rails on top and bottom, trigger lock, protective eyewear, T-pull prime. All right, let's get it out of the box and see what we got. The Jolt GelFire. Pretty cool. All right, so that is the blaster. And how do you do this? Let's get the rest of the stuff out of here. All right, and that's what you get. We got blaster, eye protection, gel beads. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, so here it is, the Nerf Pro GelFire Ignitor. It's the GelFire Jolt. It's got a pretty beefy handle. I'll tell you, this looks like a really big plunger tube. You can't really see it, but yeah, inside this shell, there's like shell on the outside, but you can see it's just the outline of a Jolt. But this is a decent sized plunger tube. This is way bigger than a normal Jolt. Yeah, this is a big plunger tube. And I'm wondering if I'm wondering some stuff, but we'll get to that. But yeah, this is a pretty big plunger tube. All right, so you got your little hopper on top. You just flop that open and pour in your balls. This time I was ready, and I got my balls already hydrated and ready to go. But you got your little 1,000 gel beads right here. Throw them in water and watch your balls grow. But pretty cool looking little blaster. It does have a rail on top, and again, these kind of look more like rival rails. I don't know what attachment would be able to fit on here, because it doesn't fit real steel optics, but it probably would have to be some kind of rival attachment, but I'll check that out and get back to you on that. But yeah, there's a tiny little rail underneath and a tiny rail on top. You do have a trigger safety on the side here, locks out the trigger so that you cannot pull it, and that's pretty much it. But normal T-pull, just like a Jolt, single fire, and there's not much more to say. So let's get this thing loaded up, take it to the chronograph, and see what we got. Stick with me. All right, guys, it's hard for me to get an accurate read on this. I have to hold it in order to get a read on it, but I'll try and do the best I can so you can see it. 139. Yeah, okay, 951. I really hope not, because that would have went through my house. 124.6. 185.6. 185.6 again. It's definitely hitting. 127.9, but every once in a while it seems like it fires more than, I don't know. 187.6 again. 182. 794. Okay. 163.6. 166.6. Mark of the devil. 124.3. See, that one felt like it came out weird. 77.4. 160. All right, so yeah, I can't give you an average on that because it's just too wildly inconsistent. We'll do a few more. 109.8. I think when some water sprays out, it just messes up with the chronograph. 167.6. 140. See, another ball fell out at this. I don't know. Very weird. All right, guys. So you got it. It's hitting definitely 150 or what it's saying on the box. So you can't complain there. Let's take it outside. Let's see if this thing can hit anything. All right. Stick with me. All right, guys. I am 30 feet away with this thing. See how that does. I set up the rival target there to see if I can actually hit it. And let's see what we can do. See, that looked like more than one came out. The hit. Wildly inaccurate. See, more than one came out there. That one flew far right. There was like 3 that came out on that. More than one came out on that, but hit the target. 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 More than one came out. Whoa, 2 went. What? This is crazy. Two came out. And I think we're out. No, there's a couple more in there. I just, There's more balls in there, but they're not loaded. All right, I'm trying to get this last ball out. There it goes. All right, guys, that's it. Let's take it inside and talk about it. All right, guys, so the Nerf Pro GelFire Ignitor. It's cool. It's a jolt. It's a jolt that shoots gel. It doesn't shoot them very consistently, but it does shoot them. The best part about it is this. It's a very, very spinnable. Yeah, that is the coolest part. But as you can see from outside, very, very wildly inconsistent and very inaccurate. When it worked, it worked. I was able to keep it on target. I was able to hit the target when it worked. However, a lot of times it was shooting multiple gel beads at once, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. It's a mini shotgun most of the time. I don't know why. I don't know why I was doing that. I did have this topped off. You know, I think you can't count 60 gel balls. You'll be here for days. 1, 2, 3. So you pour them in when it's full. It's done. Push them down a little bit. You know, I filled it till it was full. It seemed to fire a little bit better towards the end, but then it didn't. So I thought maybe it was over full for a little bit, and then maybe that's why it was, you know, it wasn't performing well. And then I got through most of the gel balls, and even when it was half empty, it was still firing wildly inconsistent. Now, I consider myself an above average shot in the real steel world, so I do know how to aim. When this thing fired correctly, it was on target, near the target, it did fire great. I mean, it's shooting over 160 FPS, so from 30 feet, you should be able to hit your target. The fact that if you can't hit something at that speed from that distance, there's something wrong with what you're holding in your hand or the operator that's holding it. And I know this was an operator error, so there's definitely something up with this little puppy that is a little bit off. Now, does it do what it's supposed to do? Yeah, it's a $5 Jolt, and that's how much Jolt should cost, even though Hasbro probably charged $90 for this thing when it was new, just like they do. I mean, you can buy a Jolt right now on Amazon for over $15. It's a freaking Jolt. It works when it works, but when it doesn't, it doesn't. It does not work when it doesn't. So, buyer beware. It's a Jolt. It's fun. It's easy. It shoots hard. But sometimes it doesn't work, and a lot of times it doesn't work. I got more misfires than I got normal fires. But when it did fire normally, it fired pretty good on target. I was able to hit the target when it did fire correctly. Most of the time. Not all the time. You know, I'm not perfect either. Don't tell anybody. But it does what it's supposed to do when it doesn't. But most of the time it doesn't. And for that, I can't give it a recommendation. But for $5, man, you can't really go wrong either. You're not going to lose anything. You're not going to cry if it's not the beast that you want. But it does what it's supposed to do. If you're playing gel ball and you need a little backup sidearm blaster, this thing might actually be good if it's close. And it does shotgun, you know what, that might not be that bad. So sometimes the bad could be good, but that's not what it's supposed to do. So just keep that in mind. But it is hitting great numbers in the FPS, and when it works, but most of the time it didn't work. Now, be sure you can't have this open and fire. I did try that to see how many I had left and to see if it was feeding correctly, and I tried to fire, and that did not work. This seals, this is your air seal, or a part of the air seal. So with this open, it will not fire correctly. So do not fire with this open. And please, guys, with these, make sure you're wearing your eye protection. These things are dangerous, and even in my testing, these things are all over my workshop now, and they bounce, and if you're firing it and it hits off something, it takes you in the eye, you don't want that. So wear your eye pro. It's very important. Protect your eyes. It's a simple thing to do. It doesn't make you any less to wear eye protection. So make sure you wear your eye protection, protect your eyes. But that's pretty much it. It's a cool little, it's a Jolt. It's cool. I like Jolts. Everybody likes Jolts. It's fun. It's easy. It's simple. It performs. The problem is it doesn't always perform. This one is a little more wildly inaccurate than most other blasters that I'm used to. So it is what it is. I'll put the link in the description below. Click on that if you want to buy it. I'll make 3 cents off it, which is awesome. Thanks, Amazon. But hey, you can't go wrong for $5 or whatever it is. But I'll put the link in the description below. So that's pretty much all I got, guys. I'm still a foam flinger. I'm not going anywhere. I'd choose this over this. But that's just me. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.